We're being warned to tighten our household budgets in the lead up to Christmas as Australia faces rising inflation and interest rates. Joining me live is Ingrid Maynard, founder of the Sales Doctor. Great to see you, Ingrid. How are you?
Yes, I'm very well, Janie. How are you?
Very well indeed. So, yes, economists predicting inflation could rise to 8.5% by Christmas, which is higher than the Treasury's forecast. This is really concerning.
Yeah, it's very concerning. I think that households have been under pressure for quite some time, and, every time they go to their mailbox, there's another letter telling them that either their electricity has gone up, their mortgage has gone up, their gas prices have gone up. Every time they go to the pump, they're paying more for petrol. They're feeling it in their hip pockets.
So what can we do in terms of, as a consumer, and also if you are a business owner, to make people come to the shops and keep spending?
Yes, exactly. I think as a shopper this Christmas, people are going to be far more discerning. I mean, I can use my own family, for example. Usually Christmas is a bonanza when it comes to present buying, but this year we've decided to do Kris Kringle, and we've set a limit so that everyone gets a really nice present, but that everyone's individually spending a lot less than they otherwise would. So I think shoppers can do that. They can also shop locally so that they're not using, valuable petrol money to go into the city or to go further than their local shopping centre to buy their presents. And they can support local retailers by going down to their strip shopping centres and purchasing from people that are the owner-operators of those businesses. I'm not saying, don't go to the big chains. Of course, that's where you're going to get some fantastic bargains. And I encourage shoppers to do that too. However, we need to also be thinking about the person behind the shop, because that's their business as well. And as a retailer, the cost of doing business has just skyrocketed. You've got higher rent, higher wages. It's been hard enough to get people to work. There's still a talent shortage going on. They're paying more for power. They're paying more for freight. And now they've had to purchase a lot of stock in order to have the available stock in order to sell for Christmas, and they don't want to be left with large stock holdings and then have to discount those after Christmas.
It's really tough, isn't it? You're in Victoria, Ingrid, and you had the longest lockdown in the world. I mean, it's just heartbreaking to hear what businesses have gone through, what consumers are going through, not just, of course, in Victoria, but across the globe. And now we're faced with, we're faced with, the dilemma of where you're going to spend that money. How do we work smarter, or what do you have to do as a business? I mean, we always talk about thinking outside the box when it comes to, pivoting and all of that sort of stuff through COVID. Is this another recreation of that?
Yeah, absolutely, Janie. And I think that, whenever there's challenge, there's opportunity. And I might have said that before, but it's equally true now. So for retailers, I think that there's a few things that they can do. There's always opportunities. So I think, number one, they need to speak the customer's language. They need to acknowledge that times are tough, and then they need to have conversations, whether that's through chat, online, or whether that's in person. When people, take the time to go into a store, they need to have conversations about how their purchase is actually going to help them beyond, when they get home. So, for example, if they were buying a washing machine, helping them to purchase something that's actually going to save them on energy costs, and then making sure that that value benefit is communicated, but also really understanding the broader picture of what somebody's buying, for whom, and how it's going to benefit somebody, for example, if you're going to buy an item of clothing, how that's going to benefit other outfits in the wardrobe, so that the customer actually joins the dots. It's not up to the customer to do that. It's up to the salesperson to do that. The other thing that I think retailers can do too is to really utilise their technology far better, and to curate a personal shopping experience as much as they possibly can, based on past purchase history. And, whether that's in person or online, they can be, sending out emails to invite people to shop with them and giving them good reasons to do that. The other thing that they can do is to maximise and highlight and promote their loyalty programs, because they need to be thinking about, customers beyond Christmas. So how can I create a customer for life by inviting them back in over and over again through my loyalty programs, rather than just thinking of them as a transaction for Christmas?
Yeah, you make some excellent points there, Ingrid. It's really about the experience, isn't it? And getting back to good old-fashioned customer service.
Yeah, if nothing else, Janie, that's the silver lining here. I think that we need to remember that, other people remember how we treat them. And it's no different, with our very valuable customers. We need to treat them in an extraordinary way if we're going to deserve their business, if we're going to be fighting for a share of wallet this Christmas, with all of the other things that they've got to consider. Let's make them feel special. Let's make them feel welcome. Let's make them feel glad that they came into our store.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you said before, Ingrid, a great idea about, the Kris Kringle and making it a one present, but, just a very good quality present. And then, for people that can't afford it, as opposed to people that perhaps could, it makes it a little bit more even for everyone.
Absolutely. I think that it comes back down to understanding what do we really need, and communicating that too with family and friends, around those gift giving times, so that they can buy something that's going to support or contribute to a major purchase, just so that there's less impact on somebody's hip pocket. For example, I'm coming up to my 50th, and I've got the family all contributing to a big present. Now, even with those contributions, it's probably not going to buy the present, but it really helps me when it comes to buying something that would otherwise be out of my reach, and something that I would have to make a decision about probably not getting, because it's just a bit of a luxury item. So, there's lots of different ways that we can operate this Christmas. We've just got to think beyond and keep as much of those valuable dollars in our back pocket as we possibly can.
Yep, well said. We've got to stay creative and just keep on keeping on. But really appreciate your time and your expertise, Ingrid. It's always great to see you. Take care.
Thanks, Jane.
And happy birthday.
Thank you.